Yes, sir, I did.
Well, you're not even winded. You're fired.
Again?
Yes. You have 10 minutes to have your bags packed and be out of here. And don't expect any seconds pay.
Very well, sir. I'll tell the staff that you will be overseeing them tonight during the party.
Damn. Forgot. Oh, okay, you win. You're unfired. But only until tomorrow, after the company's left and you cleaned up. And after you serve breakfast, which I will expect, as usual, at 9 o'clock sharp in my bedroom. Then you're fired.
Very well, sir. By the way, what was it?
What was what?
The reason you called me here before you fired me.
I forgot.
If you remember, call me.
Bertram!
Yes, sir.
A 5-letter word for don't. It begins with an M.
Moron.
Oh, it fits.
I suspect it does.
Yes. A 6-letter word. A hard-hearted blank from Savannah.
Mrs. Perry?
Mrs. Perry isn't from Savannah. Besides, it starts with an H.
Try Hannah, cheater.
Oh, Julia. I didn't see you come in. And I wasn't cheating. I only asked Bertram for one clue, I swear.
Thank you, Bertram. Now, when the guests arrive, do keep Fifi away from Mrs. Buffington's for a round. We don't want a repeat of last year's ugly scene.
Oh, certainly. Will you two be making your New Year's resolutions now?
I'm afraid so.
Make sure I know what they are so I do not violate any of them.
Yes, we will.
I am normally fired once a day, but I can rely on being fired at least twice each New Year's Day because I have failed to observe a resolution of his that I have been told nothing about.
Don't worry. By the evening of New Year's Day, he doesn't remember them himself. Mine, on the other hand, are always carried out.
That's true. I'll check on the arrangements.
Thank you, dear.
Come along, Fifi.
Well, let's get this over with. I, Julia Jacobson Perry, do hereby swear that by January 1st of next year, I will have completed reading Dr. Zhivago. There. Now it's your turn.
Oh, not fair. You always pick the easy ones. I could complete all of my resolutions if I always chose such easy ones.
Well, you don't choose easy ones. I'll give you that. Do you remember the year you vowed to run for Congress?
Well, how was I to know it wasn't an election year? Besides, this year I have a surprise.
Well, I can hardly wait to hear it.
Well, you're going to have to. It's a long story.
Well, condense it, because the guests will be arriving soon, and... Oh, speaking of guests, Bunny is bringing her new boyfriend tonight. Very serious about him, so I want you to be on your best behavior. He may be our new son-in-law.
Someone's interested in our Bunny? What's he after?
That's not a very nice thing to say.
Well, I suppose not, but we have to look out for our little girl. She's not the brightest lamp on the street.
That's not very nice either. Has it occurred to you that he may actually love her? I've spoken to him on the phone myself, and he seems quite genuine. Now, please, dear, your resolution.
Oh, yes, I almost forgot. Now, come. Sit down. You're going to need your strength.
Well, I am breathless with anticipation.
Yes, well, it started about 7 months ago when Bedworth Bartley's Hazel, well, our wife Hazel, died from that terrible, terrible steam curler accident.
A tragedy. She was such a sweet woman.
As sweet as the days long.
Oh, sweet, sweet woman. And probably one of the ugliest creatures God ever created.
At the club, we would call her Witch Hazel.
Well, I was just relieved that Bedworth decided to have a closed casket funeral.
That was the suggestion of the funeral.
They are professionals.
Yes, well, but Bedworth just adored her.
Well, I wouldn't have blamed Bedworth if he'd been unfaithful to her.
Oh, the amazing thing is that he wasn't.
Really?
Yes.
I thought that's why you men belonged to that little club of yours. To keep your little trysts undetected.
Well, some do, but that's it. Not only was Bedworth faithful to her, they shared the same bedroom.
You don't mean?
Yes, they slept in the same bed.
Oh my.
Yes. Waking up to that every morning.
He You must have loved her very much.
Yes.
Now, please, do your resolution.
Well, after Hazel died, Benworth just went absolutely wild.
Oh, poor man with grief.
No, with joy. Benworth has been having such fantastic fun since his wife died. He went to Aruba with his secretary. He spent 30 days in Paris, and now he's going on a cruise of the Greek Isles with a French maid who doesn't speak any English. And not only that, but whenever he's not traveling, he plays golf every day, whenever he wants to, because he sold his company.
Your point being, he couldn't have done those things if Hazel were alive.
Exactly. And I want to have some fun too. So I can't do that while you're around. So this year my resolution is that I'm going to get rid of you.
You mean you want a divorce?
Oh, no, darling, no. I've decided that before the year is out, I'm going to kill you. Yes, so I can have fun like Benworth and go to Paris and Greek Isles and...
So you're going to kill me?
Oh, don't take it personally, darling.
You're going to kill me?
Yes.
Oh, I can't stand it!
All right. I, Matthew Carter Perry the Fourth, do hereby swear that I will, by next New Year's Eve, have murdered my wife. What the hell is so funny?
Oh, I'm sorry, Matthew, darling. It's just that, well, I have this picture of you chopping me into little pieces and scattering me under the floorboards. Oh, but of course you wouldn't do that. That's too much work. You make Buttram do it.
Ow, Julia, it's not funny.
Oh, you're right, dear. It's not. It's hysterical. Matthew, darling, if you want me out of the way, why don't you just divorce me?
Because then you get half of everything, and I'd have to keep working, and I wouldn't be able to travel or play golf like I want to, like Benworth. Besides, have you thought about what a divorce would do to our daughter? Bunny is a fragile child, and a divorce could seriously harm her.
I see what you mean, Rose. It's much easier to say, Mummy's with God in heaven, than it is to say, Mummy's with Paco in Tijuana.
Julia, don't be flip. I'm serious about this. We hardly see each other anymore. Well, you with your clubs and your charities, me and my club and my business. When we do, we just get on each other's nerves. And I think it's high time that one of us did something about it.
Well, this is doing something, isn't it? All right, dear. How are you going to do it?
Do what?
Kill me.
Well, I haven't worked that out completely yet. But I will tell you this. It's going to have to look like an accident.
Oh, I know. You could hire someone to break in here on a night when you're at the club and all the servants are off. He could break a few things, steal some jewelry, and then strangle me in my sleep.
Now, I looked into that, and there's too many details, and you can't trust those people, you know?
That's true. Or you could cut the brake cables on my car, and I could go careening off that cliff on my way into town.
Now, Julia, thank you. But this is my resolution, and I want to do the planning if you don't mind.
I'm sorry.
Yes, well, it's all right. Now, about your resolution.
I've already made one.
Yes, and I already told you why yours wasn't fair, and you had to make another one.
Why? I'm going to be dead before the year is out.
Well, yes, I think, but you should make one on appearance's sake, anyways.
Well, if it's going to be my last resolution, I'll have to vow to do something I've always wanted to do.
What?
I know. I'll vow to have a mad, passionate affair.
Julia!
I'll have Bitsy set me up with one of her younger, sexier cast-offs.
Oh, now, Julia, you know you can't do that.
Oh, no, you're right. By the time Bitsy's done with them, they're no longer young or sexy. They're just tired. It'll have to be someone she doesn't want to go to bed with.
Well, that takes care of that resolution.
Come in.
Guests are arriving, and the valet requests that you pry Miss Bitsy off his neck.
Tell her not to worry. Her
Please hurry.
You know, you would think that Buttram could subdue Bitsy for a few minutes. I mean, what do we pay the man for anyway?
Oh, that's it.
What?
I, Julia Jacobson Perry, do hereby swear that by January 1st of next year, and before I die, I will have made mad, passionate love with Buttram.
Julia! Oh, now, don't you think you're going to get away with this? Now, Julia, you come back here and make a proper resolution. Julia!
Hello. Thank you for waiting, especially tonight. Of course, this is Matthew Perry. Yes, my allergies are acting up again. Achoo! Thank you. Did you think it was my butler imitating me or something? Yes, completely ridiculous. Anyway, I was calling to okay the deal we talked about. According to my sources, the stock is for sale. Yes, same prices and options we agreed upon. Move quickly, though. The offer is being rescinded at midnight. Good. Well, I must be off. I have guests to tend to. Thank you for your help. Yes, and Happy New Year to you too.
Oh, good. This one's open. Oh, it's so cold out there.
Well, not for me, dear, because you warm me with your glow.
Oh, Donald, you always say the nicest things to me.
Oh, well, that's because you bring the nicest things out of me.
Donald, I'm so happy that you came to meet Mommy and Daddy tonight.
Oh, and I do so look forward to meeting the two people responsible for creating such a wonderful, beautiful woman.
Who are you talking about?
You, silly!
Oh, Donald.
So, when can I meet them?
Who?
Your parents, dear!
Oh, well, Mommy was trying to pry Aunt Bitsy off the ballet, so it might be a while.
So that woman yelling for the crowbar, that was your mother?
Uh-huh.
Well, I see where you get your beauty from.
And I get my brains from my daddy.
And I can't wait to meet him, too. Bunny.
Yes, Donald?
Bunny, seeing you tonight, dressed like this under the stars in the moonlight. Oh, I can't hold myself back any longer, Bunny.
Yes, Donald?
Oh, how can I put into words what my heart and other parts of my body are telling me to do?
I don't know, Donald. How?
I think maybe like this. Mwah.
Oh, Donald! I felt that all the way to my belly button. Let's try for the toes.
Bunny! Jeez! You feel the same way I do, Bunny.
Exactly. So go lock the door and we can play Aunt Bitsy in the ballet. But you'll have to get on your knees.
No, Bunny, that's not what I'm talking about, although that would be nice.
Then what are you talking about?
Well, Bunny, you're not like the other girls I know. No, they're smart and witty and confident, but not you. No, no. Your innocence is so rare these days, it's what's drawn me to you.
Exactly. So go lock the door.
No, Bunny, don't you understand what I'm trying to ask you?
Well, you love me.
Yes,
And you think I'm the one.
I do.
And it's not sex.
Well, not entirely.
Then it's... Well, I don't know, Donald. It's a holiday and I shouldn't have to think.
Bunny, I want you to grow old with me. Be with me for as long as we're alive. I want you to be with me until the day we're only taken in the cold embrace of death.
Oh, Donald! You're asking me to marry you.
Well?
Well, what?
Bunny, will you be the mother of my children? Will you grow old with me? Will you be one with me for all of eternity?
Donald, you know I'm not good at guessing games.
Jesus Christ, Bunny! Bunny, will you marry me?
Of course, silly. All
Bunny. You've made me the happiest man in the whole wide world.
And I'm the happiest woman. Donald, now that we're engaged, couldn't we?
Oh, share it with your parents? Why, of course. We'll share with them, and then we'll share our joy with the other guests.
Okay. Please have Butchum bring my parents to the library. But darling, what I meant was, now that we're engaged, couldn't we?
Oh, Bunny, there's nothing that I want more in this whole wide world than that. But, shouldn't we wait? Yes, I think we should wait. That way it'll make it so much sweeter when finally, on our wedding night, we become one. Screw it. I want you, woman.
Now?
Now.
Here?
Here.
Darling.
Your parents.
Your parents? My parents?
Your parents? My parents?
Yes, your parents.
What are you doing with my darling, young man?
Should you tell them or should I?
I think you should, darling.
Oh, Mommy, Daddy, we have some news.
I knew this would happen. I just knew it. We should have sent her to the convent like I said.
But she's not Catholic.
And I am engaged.
Engaged? Oh, Matthew, did you hear that? They're going to be married. How wonderful.
Sir, I love your daughter more than anyone in this world, and I think she feels the same way I do.
Well, in that case, congratulations. Love works in mysterious ways.
Oh, yes, it does.
Oh, see, Butcher?
Oh, nice size, marquee cut, good coloration, lovely setting. Congratulations, my dear. When's the wedding? Today.
Donald, we haven't picked a date yet.
Well, why don't we make you a June bride? We can make you the most beautiful June bride ever.
But that's only
6
months away. Oh, there's so much to do to be ready in 6 months. There's a dress that has to be designed, and satin that has to be imported for it, and fresh water bead pearls that have to be fished for. I've always loved fresh water bead pearls. Oh, and then there's gifts to register for, and a shower to be thrown, and of course I'll need a new dress every time. And
Bunny, darling, we don't need all of that. All we need is you, me, your parents, and our closest friends.
right. Oh, and of course I'll need my nails done, and we can't set a date until we talk to the club, and...
Nonsense. Let's have the wedding right here.
Yes, thank you, Dad.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I'll look so beautiful coming down the grand entrance stair hall, and then we can put tents up on the ground for the wedding.
We'll work all that out later. Right now, just pick a date.
Oh, well, the sooner the better. I wish we could do it tomorrow.
I thought I just explained all that to you.
Yes. We will have it on New Year's Day. Next New Year's Day. 1 year from tomorrow, when all of the plans finally have been worked out completely.
Huh. Oh, Bunny, what do you think?
How wonderful. We can have everybody over for the New Year's Eve party, and then they can spend the night.
Most of them do anyway, the old sots. I said it shouldn't be any trouble. We'll set up cots.
Oh, Donald, by this time next year, all my dreams will have come true.
Mine too.
I'll be your husband.
And I'll be buried in wedding presents.
That's not all that will be buried around here.
Certainly, darling.
Matthew, you've got to change your resolution. I have to see Bonnie's wedding.
Oh, but you won't be able to. Because you won't be here.
Oh, please. I promise. I'll be good all year. I've even let Butchum help you with your crossword puzzles.
No.
Oh, but you can't kill me this year. I have such a busy year planned.
Oh, you and your committees again.
Well, it's no different than you and your committees. Let's make a deal. Bunny's wedding, and I'll let you kill me next year with no complaints.
You're getting scared, aren't you? Now, I know that you don't think I'm smart enough to kill you. You're getting scared that I might get lucky, huh?
Don't be silly. You couldn't possibly kill me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Now, are you going to change your resolution, or will I have to change mine?
I'm not changing my resolution, and you can't change yours. That's the rule.
Well, I have to change mine.
Yeah.
I just thought of something.
What?
I've already slept with Buttram.
Julian! I don't believe you.
Well, whether you do or whether you don't doesn't interest me. I'm still changing my resolution, and this time you'd better worry.
Why?
Because I, Julia Jacobson Perry, do hereby swear that by January 1st of next year, I will be alive to see my daughter wed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, we have company.
Then let's go mingle.
Let's. Julia, is this your plate of pate or mine?
Oh, that must be yours. I gave mine to Fifi. I know it gives her fearful flatulence, but it's a special occasion, and she does love pate, so...
Julia, I wish you hadn't done that for my sake.
What do you mean, for your sake? What's that? Buttram, what's happening?
The guests are all leaving.
Leaving? Why?
It seems that someone found Fifi dead next to an empty plate. Her forepaws sticking straight up. The smell of pate was in the air.
Don't look at me. I didn't give it to her.
Dr. Hawkins thought the pate must have been spoiled. He advised that everyone had their stomachs pumped.
No fair, Matthew. The new year hasn't begun yet. You can't start early.
I can start whenever I want. And when I start on a big project, I like to get a jump on it.
Well, then maybe you should have started last year, because I intend on keeping my resolution.
And I intend on keeping mine.
Then let the games begin.
Bonnie, darling, Buttram told me you were in here. Is everything all right? Was the funeral as terrible as you thought it was going to be?
Oh, Donald.
There, let it all out. I know, it must have been so distressing for you, seeing her lay down in a casket like that.
Oh, Donald, I'm going to miss Aunt Fitzy so much.
I know. Let it all out. Oh, and it must have been so terrible for you, especially since it's the 8th mysterious death on this estate this year.
It seems like just yesterday, she was sitting right here, promising me that Waterford crystal we registered for. I wonder if she put it in writing.
And I so wish I could have been there for you, dear, but my boss is starting to get suspicious with me taking off all these days for funerals.
Donald, you know I love you, and you know how much I want to marry you, but with everything that's happened since we've been engaged, I think we should call off the wedding.
Call it off? Why?
Because everybody is dying on us. Honestly, I don't know why we even bothered with the bridal registry if all of Mommy and Daddy's friends are going to die on us.
Bonnie, darling, I know you're only saying this because you've been under a lot of stress lately.
And I have more bad news.
What is it, dearling?
They've stopped making my favorite lipstick color. The one I was going to wear on our wedding day. I tell you, Donald, I think the gods are perspiring against us.
Darling, I think you mean conspiring.
Whatever.
Buck up, dear. Well, I know things look bad now, but you can't really want to call off the wedding, do you?
No, I'm sorry. I'm just a little upset.
Oh, and that's perfectly understandable. Especially since the deaths of Aunt Bitsy and the pool boy came off the heels of that awful business with the gardener.
Crushed to death beneath the statue of that naked man, watering the flowers with his hose.
Darling, that wasn't a hose.
Then what? Oh!
Yes, and the tragedy was that their deaths came so soon after the entire death of your mother's entire garden party.
And they were going to plant the flowers for our wedding.
So, how's the new list coming along?
Fine, I guess. Considering I've got it down to only 17 pages.
Well, darling, doesn't matter how many people show up, as long as you're there and I'm there, it'll be a wonderful wedding.
Right. Darling, while I have the guest list out and we're making changes, are you sure there's nobody from your family you'd like to invite?
We've been through this again and again, dear. No! There's no one.
I know you never knew your father, but what about your mother? I'm sure she'd like to be there.
I said no, dear.
But she's your mother.
Yeah, well, that's not my fault, is it?
You never talk about her.
Yeah, well, that's because there's nothing nice to say about that woman.
But sweetie, I'm married into your family, and I want to know about her. Please, for me.
Fine. For you. My mother left my father before she knew she was pregnant. She said she knew he was never going to amount to anything, and that's why she left him. So, I've always thought my father must have been the most wonderful man in the world because she despised him oh so much.
But she must have loved you.
Oh, no. She hated me too. Said I reminded her of him. When I was young, she used to leave me in restaurants and shopping malls. Oh, once when I was real little, she pasted a stamp on my forehead and shoved me in the mailbox. You bet she was pissed later that day to find me still there.
Oh, darling, why?
Insufficient postage.
Oh, how terrible.
And then, one day when I went off to college, I got a scholarship, and in the first year, she moved and left no forwarding address.
Darling, that's awful. Well, we don't need her. I'll be your mother. And you'll be your father. Except I won't be mean like your mother, and I'm probably a little shorter than your father, and well, he's a man, but I guess I won't be anything like your mother or your father. You know what I mean though, right?
I do, dear. And now you know why I love you oh so much. You know, I've always dreamt of finding my father, but because he never knew my mother was pregnant, he doesn't even know I exist. All I have to remember him by is this. I stole it one day when my mother was showing me it. She was cleaning out her dresser, said she bought my father a pair of platinum cufflinks. And on their wedding day, when she found out that he couldn't afford to pay for them, that's when she left him.
What happened to the matching cufflink?
I don't know. She probably already pawned it by the time she showed me this one. You know, one day I'll hire a detective and I'll use this to fund my...
A detective?
What's the matter, dear?
Oh, I forgot that detective, that Plotnik man is coming again today.
Wait, you mean the annoying man from the police? Is he still bothering you?
How can he bother me? I never know what he's saying. He's always talking about broads and dames and people slipping each other dickies.
I think you mean Mickey's, dear.
Whoever. Anyways, I never know what he's saying, so I just smile and nod my head. I learned that trick in school.
All in all, dear, you shouldn't have to put up with that man.
Oh, I wish he didn't have to come today. I'm kind of stressed out.
Well, why don't we go to our jeweler's appointment early? That way we don't have to run into him. Come on.
That idiot who calls himself a detective is here. Shall I show him in?
Thought you could ditch me, eh, Penguin?
I simply thought that you would have enough decency to wait in the hall until I could tell Miss Bunny you were here.
Sure, bud. Sure.
I wasn't sure she would be up to answering questions today. Miss Bitsy was her aunt, you know.
That's exactly why I'm here. Well, what do you say? You remember your old pal Plotnick here, don't you? Feel like answering some questions today, sister?
Donald, every time I see that man, he calls me that. Please tell me we're not related.
You know, I'm pretty sure you're not, dear.
Oh, thank God. Are you here to talk about Aunt Bitsy?
I didn't come here to watch you two dance around the maypole.
Oh, but we weren't.
He means yes, dear.
Oh.
Thought you might be able to shed a little light on the matter.
And I'm pretty sure she can't.
Because her light is so dim.
Please go easy on her. She was very attached to her aunt.
Who wasn't?
Don't you worry, college boy. I'll go easy on him. Where were you when your aunt and the pool boy bit the dust?
He means where were you when they passed on, Bunny? Jesus Christ, where were you when they died?
Oh, I was at the bridal store. I was registering for my china, and I found the prettiest pattern with roses on the rim.
And there's someone who could verify that for you?
Yes, I have the china pattern right here.
You like the China, Bunny? Look, detective, I can verify that we were at the store all day.
Aha! Sure is convenient how your stories coincide. How about you? Butlers always do it.
Well, this one did not.
How do I know that?
Because I said so.
Oh, you're good. Real good. But I got my eye on you, and on you too.
Well, that's just fine, detective, because we have nothing to hide. And if you don't need us any further, I would like to go for a walk with my fiancée.
Stay on the grounds. I may need you later.
Come along, Bunny.
That is one hot dame. What's she hanging around with a suit like that for?
It appears he actually loves her.
Yeah, and her money.
I don't know what you're insinuating, but he is a rising star in a prestigious law firm.
Ah, he's an ambulance chaser, eh?
No, I believe he is a corporate lawyer.
Oh, so he's a shyster.
No, he's not. He's yes, he's a shyster.
And you don't think it's interesting that all these people have been bumped off since New Year's Eve? The very day he turned up on your doorstep with a ring through Missy's nose?
The ring is on her finger, and no, I have never associated Donald with the deaths.
That's why I'm the detective, and you serve me drinks.
Speaking of serving, I have to tend to my staff. I'll show you out.
Not so fast. I'm waiting for the Perrys. The old birds, I mean.
Very well, make yourself at home. Shall I get you a drink?
I don't think so. I'll have a look-see by the pool where the latest accidents happened.
Very well. I'll let you know when the old birds arrive.
Do that. And by the way, don't get any ideas about leaving the house. I may have questions for you later, and you better have answers.
Detective, I always have answers. Hello. Is he there? It's Matthew Perry. Bill. Sorry I couldn't get back to you right away, but we had an emergency here. Yes, you're right. They're dropping off like flies. Dinner is off again this week? Julia will be disappointed. Well, perhaps next week. Yes. You've canceled every week since the incident with the flower committee and the chamomile tea. Well, yes. Perhaps next week. I'll tell that idiot houseman of mine. It's Buttram, not Buttram. Bill, about that transaction we talked about. I think the time is right to make our move. I hope you can handle all the details without me. Good. And remember, as always, mum's the word.
Oh, hello, Buttram.
Good afternoon. How was the funeral?
Nice, really very nice. Much nicer than the gardener's.
Well, after all, it should have been nicer. It was Bitsy's.
And the pool boys. I had no idea they were so close.
It was in her will that they share their eternal rest together.
Yes, but in the same casket?
Well, it seemed fitting. They're dying together. Oh, being electrocuted is such a jolting way to go. I remember every Tuesday we used to watch him while he cleaned the pool. His little bathing suit, his tan muscles glistening with sweat, and he moved his hips to the music on the radio. Bitsy used to say, he is so hunky, I would climb through a mile of broken glass just to... Never mind. You get the idea. It was his long blonde hair that did it for her. Thank God she couldn't see him today with it kinked up in tiny little curls. I do need a rest. Funerals always leave me so lifeless.
Don't get too comfortable. That detective is here again.
God, not again.
Yes, he's out by the pool looking for clues. I will keep him away from you as long as possible.
Thank you. Please do. Make me one too, dear. It isn't poisoned, is it? I'm really not up to dodging murder attempts today.
Now, really, darling, do you think that I would try and poison you on the very day that your best friend was buried?
I'm sorry.
Yes, You know what I can't figure out?
What's that, dear?
I can't figure out how the pool boy managed to get electrocuted before you did.
I still haven't quite figured that out myself.
I took great pains to set it up so that you finally would be killed instead of someone else by accident, like the last several times.
That was careless of me to poison my entire garden club.
Oh, but I meant only to kill you, darling. To have you think that I would murder anyone else on purpose, well, it hurts.
Oh, well, I apologize. But about the gardener.
Now, I assure you, I aimed that falling statue only for you.
Don't forget Fifi.
I'm not counting Fifi.
Why not? You killed her.
I'm not the one who gave her the poison pate.
Yes, but you're the one who put the poison in the pate. Well, have you noticed, dear, how you favor poison? It's a bit old-fashioned, but you always were romantic at heart.
Yes, well, you know, you're right. I had a fixation, and that's why I decided to try the radio.
The radio.
Yes, I got the idea from one of my crossword puzzle clues. Don't mix with water. And then I remembered Mommy would get so upset with Daddy when he tried to take the radio into the hot tub so he could catch the stock reports.
Well, because he might be shocked in more ways than one.
Right. A swimming pool, and you would swim every morning.
Except Tuesday.
I've known that. Anyway, I also knew that we had lights around. So I put a little cut in the wire, one of those lights, and I bent it right over the edge of the pool.
So when I went swimming, I would turn the lights on and fry. I see. Only I didn't swim that day.
No, you didn't.
Oh, and poor Dirk. He had just jumped in for the pool's monthly algae scraping and...
You know, Julia, if you go swimming like you were supposed to, Bitsy would be alive, and I'd be on my way to Aruba right now. It really is, you really should take the blame for this one.
Well, I won't, because if you've ever paid attention, you know I don't go swimming on Tuesdays until after the pool boy comes, and until after Bitsy and I have lunch.
Since when?
Since we've had the pool put in.
That long?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Tuesday is my golf day. How would I know what you do when I'm not here? And, oh, that reminds me, darling. I have to go to the club. The boys were good enough to delay our tea time so that we could go to this little funeral this morning, and I don't want to keep them waiting for too long.
Yes, that would be rude.
Yes, indeed. Well, I'll be off then.
Not quite yet, dear.
What now?
Well, you know how I hate to keep you from your pressing plans, but you aren't going anywhere until we've made new plans for my funeral.
We've made plans for your funeral 3 times. I think that's enough.
Yes. Well, we have to change them, because Bitsy was to sing at my funeral. She can't do that now, can she? Thank God Bitsy wasn't in that pool with Dirk, or you would have zapped her too.
The doctor said that she died from some gastrointestinal thing. Might have been the chicken salad.
What did you do to my chicken salad?
I didn't know that she was coming over for lunch.
You poisoned my chicken salad?
Well,
You could have killed me!
Well, that's the whole point now, isn't it? Why didn't you eat it?
I wasn't hungry. But Bitsy said it was good, though. She had just taken some out to Dirk, but before he could lick it from her fingers. Oh, God. Oh, I hope there isn't any left.
Yes.
We don't need any more suspicious deaths around here. Soon we won't have any friends left. Butcher, come to the library.
Here, darling. Calm down. Everything's going to be just fine. Have your drink.
Believe me, was so careless as to kill Bitsy and Dirk in the same day.
Now listen, Julia. I made this drink for you, the way you like it, especially strong.
Molly,
Yes.
can I have another, please?
Did you finish that one? That other one?
Yes. Oh, and it's been such a long day. I could use another.
Every drop.
Oh, please, dear, get me another. And why don't you join me, too?
Yes, I think I shall. Oh, I'll have to go to the other room to get some.
Butcher can do it.
I'm sure Buttram is busy. I'll get it.
Oh, Butcher, you must go immediately and throw out any chicken salad left over from mine and Bitsy's lunch the other day.
Oh, there is no need to rush, ma'am. We did not serve you the chicken salad. Chef left it out. It was hot that day. I thought it was spoiled, so I threw it out. Chef served shrimp salad with fresh mushrooms instead.
Did? Oh, how wonderful. Don't mention the shrimp salad to Mr. Perry.
As you wish, ma'am. Anyway, your husband's videotapes have arrived.
His videotapes? Well, let's see. Dial M for murder. Suspicion. Rear window. How to murder your wife. Teenage vampire sluts.
Oh, that one's mine, ma'am.
Shouldn't have to resort to such a thing.
No, ma'am.
A fascination with the occult can be dangerous.
Oh, the occult. Oh, yes, of course. But, you see, ma'am, I am a desperate man. The life of a butler is a lonely one. The proper butler must make sacrifices. Sacrifices that perhaps may have been made at too great a cost. To think that I gave up everything for this. To think that for this I lost my... Oh, Estelle, why did you leave me? Why? My love, my only love!
What is troubling you?
Oh, I am so sorry, ma'am, but the shame of what's happened is just so... Sorry, I can't discuss it any further. I must go.
Oh, what is it, Donald?
I seem to have lost Bunny. Did she come through this way?
Oh, but when you do find her, tell her I need to speak with her immediately.
Can do, Mrs. Perry. Can do.
Well, here we are, darling.
Oh, your videotapes arrived.
Oh,
They're, over there on the desk.
Oh, right.
ideas, I see.
No. This is just for some inspiration. Oh, by the way, darling, I called the club and I canceled. We have the entire afternoon. So we can plan your funeral the way you like it done. And that certainly will be a lot more fun than listening to Bentworth Barclay's latest travel tales. I think it was Tibet this time. You know, Julia, if you were more cooperative, I could go with him.
Well, I'm sorry. I'll try harder. But it is your resolution, dear, not mine.
Oh, yes. Now, you're going to need to get some more paper so we can make a list. There's something in the desk.
Why don't you get it?
I should get the paper? Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Oh, I'm very sorry. I lost the pen over there, didn't I? Yes.
Darling,
Yes.
this pen doesn't quite seem to work. Could you get me another one?
This doesn't work.
Doesn't work. You know, dear, what my problem is? I don't know when I'm going to be buried. If I knew when, I'd know what to wear. But since I don't, I'll have to choose 3 outfits. Now, if you get me before Labor Day, I would like to be buried in that peach suit. Bonnie will know which one. And if you get...
Oh, what was that? Oh, I thought I heard something. I'm sorry, Bonnie, go on.
I was saying,
Yes.
if you get me before Labor Day... Oh, is somebody out there?
What? I did. Oh, I think that might be the detective coming this way.
No.
Oh, yes, be careful what you say. We don't want to get him stirred up. You know how suspicious he is.
He's seen too many old movies. Is what his problem is?
Yes, indeed.
I love movies.
Yes.
Do you think those movies will give you any new ideas?
Oh, they might.
Oh, good. Because I'd hate to think I'd be killed in such an unimaginative way as, say, poison in a drink. Oh, but even you wouldn't be so passé as to say, poison my drink.
Now, do give me some credit.
I can't believe anyone would be so plebeian as to poison a drink.
Oh, all right, shut up and drink already. Oh, damn.
Hello there.
Oh,
Hello, Detective Plotnick.
I just come from the pool, and I'm very suspicious, yes? Very suspicious indeed.
And what did you find?
I found absolutely nothing.
And that's suspicious?
Yeah, most murderers leave something behind. A cigarette butt, a nail file, an elbow greaser, a discarded Wilson tennis grip, a family photograph, something. But there was nothing there at all. Don't you find that strange?
No, I don't.
That's why I'm the detective, and you're a nit.
Hey.
Let me tell you a little story. Was this case once, see, back when I was a cub. This bird comes into my office. Says her old man's took a powder with some stripper, taking all their dough with him. But this dame wants him back. So I tells her I'll cast an eyeball over at the Bump and Grind, where the stripper used to shake her willies. But before I could do that, the old goat floats up in the river with a frog sticker in the old pumper. So I haul in the old ball and chain. A right pretty blonde doe. And she says she was playing sheep tag with a business partner. What's good for the goose, you know? So I follow up with a business partner, and he says they were, in fact, doing the horizontal bop at the time of the murder. So when I find the stripper, he also says that he was doing to the books the same thing he was doing to the stripper. So when I find the stripper, she sings like a bird. Says he left her the night before he was off. But she was working when he was stuck. So I got 3 suspects and 3 alibis. But I cracked it wide open. The old guy was iced by some jazzed up dopehead needing some guitars for a score.
What the hell did he just say?
I haven't the faintest idea. All right. Now what, detective?
You offer me a drink. It's a thirsty day.
Oh, well, here, have mine.
Oh, no.
Why not, dear?
Oh, but it's gone warm. We need fresh glasses.
Oh, Butchum can do it.
No, everything's, I'll take care of it.
Darling.
Yes.
I believe your drink is
are you talking about?
I wouldn't drink your drink if I were you. It might not agree with you.
Julia! Damnation! Don't make it easy. Don't make it easy at all.
How to murder your wife. Very interesting. Whose is this?
Buttram ordered those, and I am. Oh, funny, Donald. I believe Detective Plotnick was just about to rule that your Aunt Bitsy died of natural causes.
Maybe I will. Maybe I won't.
What do you mean by maybe?
Just what I said.
But Detective, you just said.
I know what I said, sister.
Mummy, is he?
No, dear.
Detective, just what did you find?
Detective, why don't you show Donald?
How could I show him nothing?
Try.
Yeah. Come on.
Honey, do you remember the other day when we were walking by the pool and we found the cord to the electric light had been cut?
No.
Well, do you remember we put the light in the pool house so no one would be electrocuted when they went swimming?
No.
Good. Let's keep it that way.
Whatever you say, Mummy.
Donnie, what are you holding?
A radio? And they say I'm the stupid one.
Someone left it in the pool.
Bunny, let's go! I have absolutely no desire to be anywhere near that man.
Donald, what's the matter?
He had the gall to accuse me of the deaths that have been going on around here.
Does anybody else find out it's mighty strange that all these accidents happen since he first showed up?
I can assure you, Detective, Donald had nothing to do with those deaths.
And you not be completely overlooked. You're always around when another one dies.
But Mummy's not.
And you're not off the hook either, Missy.
Me? Why me?
I don't trust anyone with a name like Bunny. And while we're on names, how come Butt Ram only has one? I got my eye on him, and on you, and on you, and on you.
What about me?
Right. What about you? I'm off, but watch your steps. Before the end of the year, I'll have myself a murderer.
So, drink anyone?
No, thank you. Bunny and I must be going. We have an appointment with the jeweler.
Oh, that's right. But it takes all the fun out of buying a diamond when someone thinks you're a murderer.
Bunny, darling, anyone who knows you knows that you're not capable of murderer.
You're right. I couldn't have done it. Oh, Donald, you make me so happy. I'm ready to buy my wedding ring now. Bye, Mummy. Oh, and Mummy, remember the thing that you told me to forget about the pool? It's forgotten. Bye, Daddy.
Goodbye now. Well, finally we can have that drink. Certainly needed after that detective. No. Yes. All right. Do not take internally. If you do, give up. May show convulsions, vomiting, bad breath. And in order to be effective, must be used by. Ow! Damn!
Mrs. Perry,
What is it, Buttram?
I wanted to apologize for my outburst earlier this afternoon. It was totally unprofessional of me. I feel you need an explanation.
Oh, I don't really, but what if it would make you feel better?
It would. You see, once upon a time, there was a young apprentice butler he met a beautiful young woman on the street. Tired as he was in his tales, and because she saw him coming down the front walk of one of the city's grandest homes, she naturally assumed he was rich and important. Much to his shame, he allowed her to believe that. Oh, those were golden days, giddy with the glow of young love. Before they knew it, they were married. But the day after the wedding, he came clean and admitted that although he did live in that house, it was in the servants' quarters. Appalled at his lies, she left him. Mrs. Perry, that young butler, was me. 25 years ago today, I was wed. 25 years ago tomorrow, my heart was broken forever because my Estelle loved money more than me.
Oh, Bertram, I'm so sorry.
That's only half the story. The rest is so painful.
I don't know what to say. Have you seen her since?
No, but each day I wish that I could. If I could see her but one more time, I would take her in my arms and tell her that our love would overcome all. A love like ours is rare upon this earth. It's the kind of love that thrills the world and gives it hope. It's the kind of love that epics are made of.
Oh, Bertram, I've never heard anything so beautiful.
A love like ours should have lasted forever.
Bertram, there are ways to get what you want.
Believe me, I'm doing everything I can to make that happen.
Well, if anyone can do it, you can. And you know I'm more than willing to help. You don't have to go through this alone.
You have been helpful enough.
Donald! Oh, Donald, where are you?
But why don't you take the rest of the day off? You need some time to deal with this.
Thank you. Thank you for your understanding.
Oh, back so soon, Donald?
Yes. Bunny seems to have left her wedding magazines. She has the pages marked to the things she likes. I think she may have left it right over here.
Oh, well, help yourself.
Thank you, Mrs. Perry. Thank you. Oh, jeez, I gotta get out of here. What the heck is this? Vomiting? Convulsions? The love that epics are made of. There are ways to get what you want. I'm doing everything I can to make it happen. Oh my God. They're trying to kill Mr. Perry.